Alright, we're back on this.
13 minutes.
What?
From this screen here, we spent, well, the one just before it, we spent 13 minutes
talking 13 minutes
on a conversation that spun off just from Star Fox, and then was an argument as, should F-Zero, you know, the whole nature of F-Zero, and then onto Pokemon. Yeah, but it is a real case of the whole gameplay story sort of argument sort of thing, you know, what needs to be advanced for some of them, and how some games do just kind of have the perfect gameplay.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to actually think of where you go next with them. Like, F-Zero's problem isn't its gameplay. It has perfect gameplay. It's how do you get people into it? Like, this isn't a situation of, like, Pokemon or World of Warcraft where it's like, you don't need more people. You've got so many people and it's super popular. F-Zero has a problem because it's so brutally hard. That you need to think of a way to ease people. You need some sort of way to position people who are fans of racing games like Mario Kart into F-Zero, as it were.
Tell you what, if they're turning Star Fox into F-Zero, we'll turn F-Zero into Star Fox.
Also, best part about, though, the one thing I will say why this is actually pretty cool, it confirms the canon ending to Star Fox Command.
Yeah.
Because one of the endings is Fox and Falco become F-Zero pilots, because the two universes are linked together.
Well, it depends if it's actually canon. The game might not be canon.
No,
remember, we've gone through like 3 or 4 reboots.
I mean, they could be going a Nier situation.
Yeah.
You know, this is the game of the third entry spin-off of bad ending.
Yeah, each game has like 20 endings.
The Drakkenhard series is just so messed up. It's just entirely made of spin-offs.
Don't forget, Nier has multiple endings. And you get different endings when you play through the game multiple times, and actually replaying the game does impact the story.
The drama is finally coming in.
Can you move your phone?
No, I already did check. Yeah,
it's kind of in my face.
Yes, it's because you're graduating. You're both graduating.
Yeah. We can put money down that that's what's happening.
Yeah, the way the ninja school system works is a little bit confusing, namely because they're all still parts of the regular schools. They have to sneak back through a side entrance, though.
So... Wait, they still go to normal school, but they also go to shinobi school.
No, their shinobi schools are all situated in schools.
Okay.
But they go to a secret entrance to them. So it's to basically to give the impression that they're actually still attending school if they're seen on the way.
But
basically, the actual ninja things though, they get taught their regular classes in the ninja schools.
Okay.
But that's just their cover. The
school, so
the regular school itself is a cover. It's like, oh, what school is this student from? Oh, that school.
Yeah, I get you. So they don't actually do lessons in the school. But
the actual school itself couldn't be this soon. It's only like part 3.
Oh no.
Oh,
that's fine.
Going to be the brother, I think.
No,
definitely not. I was going to say that sounded like a man.
No, it just sounds like.
No, it still sounds like a man.
I think you'll find it just sounds like a woman that actually sounds like a human being, rather than squealing.
No. Maybe it's been too long since the last time I heard a woman speak, though.
I think you haven't socialised.
I mean, I socialised yesterday. I was at the conservation meeting.
Yeah, no, I've heard plenty of women that sound like this. Well, we're gonna die if that's the case.
No, they're not allowed to punch. They have to use a war pistol.
Oh, that's true. I guess we're safe. You know what? To be fair, it's rare to have a character that actually denies being amazing.
Yeah.
You're clearly upset. This is the plot of this arc. Was that really camera shake worthy?
Though it would be interesting if it was called Screech Teach Splash.
Leech Reach would be far more interesting. Release the leeches! That's...
Fair enough. So, not sure what to add to the conversation we were having on the gameplay thing, other than that might be... Nintendo have had 2 rumours pop out from their upcoming E3, and the only confirmed thing from Nintendo are the Splatoon 2 tournament they're having. You know, they're doing the tournament thing again, as always, and they're going to have a lot of focus on... And Smash Bros. Is going to be a key focus. Super Smash Bros. To Switch, which seems to be what they're calling it, as a default name, is going to be the key focus of their thing. It's going to be their equivalent of their Super Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild of the previous 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's going to be the big release.
And the people who who come to E3 have a chance to play it. It'll be playable at E3.
Yeah, you think it's going to be a remaster of the last 2? Because, I mean, clearly they're adding...
Well, as you said, a new game doesn't have to, change it up, as it were. Like, Super Smash Bros. Is interesting in the case that...
Yeah, fighting games don't change their gameplay all the time.
Well, no, it's just like, technically, there is stylistic difference. The difference between Street Fighter 2 and all the other Street Fighter 2s, compared to Street Fighter 3, is very substantial.
Sure, I don't play
Street Fighter 3... Street Fighter 3 introduced that counter mechanic, which allowed that really awesome scene that we all talk about to this day. The one where...
Blue 1 to Blast Blue 2, it's still the same button sets.
Oh, no, they don't need to change to that but sort of a degree. And Blast Blue, I will admit, I think it's because it's more story-focused that it doesn't feel that different between games.
Yeah.
But a lot of the games which didn't have, old fighting games, like Mortal Kombat 1 to Mortal Kombat 2, there's a clear difference. Mainly because Mortal Kombat 2 is playable.
Yes.
The Smash Bros. Has a very stylistic choice with each of the games. So I kind of feel that, with it being served for the past 4 entries, it doesn't feel like it would, unless they do a stylistic change to it, as it were.
Yeah, well,
in terms of
it's
the
a weird
approach
situation, isn't it?
Super Smash Bros. Melee Brawl. Super Smash Bros. Melee was just improving the old.
Yeah.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl was making it easy to get through people into and expanding what you could do within the game.
Yeah.
Such as the single player campaign. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, aim was basically to try and find the middle ground between that.
Yeah.
And it's interesting what their approach, Sakurai's approach, could be for Switch. I feel that if it's just focusing on, let's just expand what is already there. Like, for instance, if there was a story campaign, I feel that would be a huge mode that would be different. But still, it's just new characters, new stages, and yet the main single-player campaign is still Smash Tour.
Smash Tour was not a single-player.
I don't think that would be something that would make it feel like it is a new game.
Yeah.
As it were.
We see... It's safe to assume they're already adding new characters.
I mean, I think that there could...
Because it would be insane not to add the Inklings at this point.
There would be something I would say would be, I think, kind of worth the concept of, okay, we're not focusing so much on it being a new game, as it were, but a remaster is the hinted at the Breath of the Wild link in the idea they could be revamping a lot of the older characters, whose movesets are very outdated, as it were.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm just so dispirited by it. Although Sakurai did make Kirby's Fun Pack my favourite game, I'm not a particular fan of... I don't know, everyone else has been able to do pretty well when distracted. I'm not a particular fan of his approach to game design, in terms, at least, he's very...
He's
involved.
insane.
He's involved in everything.
Yes.
He has to micromanage everything. But there are quite a few directors like that.
Yeah, they're not usually quite as...
But, it's strange. It's strange. What you'd at some point be able to term. Like, for instance, if the majority is the old stages there, like they don't introduce a plethora of new stages, but you can clearly see they're just adding on to what was already there. It will be so different how they've evolved the other games that I just feel that it would not be a sequel.
Mm.
And they'd be, okay, this is just the 0.5.
Yeah,
anything that feels like you could have just done it as DLC.
So, yeah. So it's a weird debate though, because to me fighting games don't need to change gameplay to be a sequel.
Yeah, but to be fair, your step into the fighting game was stuff like BlazBlue, properly.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I played Tekken for sure, but And Soul Calibur, to be fair, I played before BlazBlue.
True that.
But they're both story driven.
I was about to say, Soul Calibur 2 and 3 were very different in how they approached their story mode as well. And there was a lot of small mechanics they added to also change it up. And stylistic.
But to me, like, you don't need to change the combat. Because a fighting game is...
I don't know, but as mentioned, like, Smash Bros. Has changed the combat for all 4 entries.
Yeah, I know, and it's weird.
Like, it has a different feel to each one.
A fighting game... Ultimately, what distinguishes fighting games from other fighting games is the combat. Like, the reason you would play Street Fighter over BlazBlue is because you're able to, you know, the BlazBlue's got the different fight style, Marvel's Capcom has team mechanics, things like that.
I'll put it this way. With my favourite of the fighting game sort of thing, Dead or Alive 5.
Yeah.
Dead or Alive 5 and Dead or Alive 5 Last Round are not different games. Dead or Alive 5 Last Round is just the expanded version of it. It's the same story mode, same way of the game plays, but Dead or Alive 5 Last Round just had all the DLC of Dead or Alive 5, and then they added some more DLC and more costumes onto it.
It's...
Dead or Alive 4 and Dead or Alive 5,
edition.
you would never say they're the exact same. Mainly because Dead or Alive 5 doesn't butcher your ass in the story mode campaign.
Dead or Alive 4 was designed as a torture machine.
Yeah.
Not a game. Tears and
If
Fire...
Smash Brothers for Switch basically has... Starts off, okay, we got all the modes of the previous game, the menus, the layout's the exact same, the event missions are the exact same, Smash Tour is our sole single-player campaign, you better like it.
I forgot about the menus. If the menus don't change, is it really a Smash Brothers game?
Your classic mode is the exact same.
That's a barbecue.
You ruined a bikini there, you know, Katsukuri. Just to keep
no,
the
I think
style
that's
up.
how she brought it.
I must say I'm getting kind of hungry looking at that.
What?
Although it kind of looks like they just... I'm not sure what... A tiny
baby
orca
killer
whale?
whale.
Yeah.
I think
The sweet corn looks very nice, though.
I think there's supposed to be marshmallows down there, but they look like bananas. They've been cut up.
But, like, if they have basically everything the same... You know, the roster sort of layout is the same. The character selection is basically, here's all the DLC, and we've added like 3 or 4 more characters. We also gave Link a new outfit. That wouldn't feel like it's a new game. That just feels like, okay, this could have easily been just something we tapped on as DLC. Let's just re-release it. Mario Kart 9, sorry, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you wouldn't say is Mario Kart 9.
It's literally called Mario Kart 8, Liam.
Yes. You know, there needs to be something a bit more to it, I feel, for it to be a new game. Like, even BlazBlue, they changed up how they did the story mode. One, for having a different story mode, but also for making it so you didn't have to die to get the 100%.
They fixed what was broken.
They added new game modes and little things like that, and little tweaks. They adjusted character movesets. Like, if most of the characters' movesets are the exact same, rather tweaks to change up how it's been balanced at all.
I get you, but I mean, I'm buying the game anyway because it gives me an excuse to beat Levi up some more.
Yeah.
Not that I think he'll ever challenge me again, but
No, that was pretty humiliating. You destroyed him.
it was a slaughter. Yeah, it's a fire mission, by the way. It's called Tears and Fire, so I already knew what was coming.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, don't barbecue fireworks, please.
How did the barbecue reach?
Oh, sorry. Was that just delayed? I was going to say.
I think it lagged. Also, wouldn't you have heard the explosions?
How do you do a fireworks tournament?
Shoot each other with fireworks.
Oh yeah, I'm important.
There we go. Voice line caught up.
Yeah, given you brought up work, this is actually the only way I could naturally tie this in. Now, this will come as a surprise, given that I thought they did this way sooner from the sounds of your plays, given you, one of the top 3 most popular stores of your company.
We're one of the most popular stores in our region.
Ah, region, okay. Sony have announced that PS Vita physical game production will be ending March 2019 in America and Europe.
Yeah. Not that they've made Vita games for years.
As in, no one will be actually... Like, even the sort of companies who are still supporting to PS Vita, they won't be able to make the physical cartridges.
Yeah.
So they can't release physical games over here by March 2019.
Yep.
Which is, like, impressive, because I thought Sony stopped that ages ago.
Yeah, it sure hasn't felt like we've had Vita games.
Yeah,
you know what my favourite
If
thing
anyone says that Nintendo messed up with the Wii U, they just need to look at Sony and the PS Vita to see, yeah, although there's a lot to actually compare them similarity-wise, it's also a real case of, you can see how badly you could mess up. You know, the 3DS was the equivalent to the PS4.
I've just realised that's, that looks like one of the...
Robots.
Yeah, the jet robots.
Yeah.
Looks like they're being...
Yeah, building them. That's pretty cool. Nice little detail
Should
there.
have probably noticed that a long time ago, but oh well.
You find your team here? Oh no, it's fire.
Yeah, it's the fire mission, as previously mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah, like PS Vita has a nice design to it and everything, but gosh
It's
darn.
a really nice console and they killed it.
Yeah, they screwed it up. Well, one with that memory card situation, that was the worst idea of all. That was the biggest flaw to it. But also in the fact that Sony never bothered to support it after the first year.
Yeah.
And, you know, the moment the PS4 proved somewhat popular, they just started porting every PS Vita game they could.
Not getting involved with that.
I just used the PS4 as a giant PS Vita, really.
I mean, I've bought Vita games on it as well now, so...
Yeah, Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
Cyber Sleuth, the other Digimon game, the other Digimon game.
Yep.
And now Dragon's Crown.
And mine was, of course, the reason I got Gravity Rush before we...
Oh! Unrelated. It's the type of thing you would like using. Well, like, I don't know if you'd like it. I've held it. It feels disgusting.
Okay.
The, Duke.
Oh, the Xbox controller, yeah?
They're releasing a,
One for the Xbox One?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It comes out Friday.
Awesome!
It feels disgusting.
Beautiful.
It looks really nice.
I would like that, because I would like to start getting some classic Xbox games for the Xbox One. It's why I've held off on getting the original Xbox I saw.
Yeah.
Because you know, the Xbox One is getting back to compatibility. That's the interesting, actually. Nintendo has announced some E3 plans, and they've had some things sort of potentially leaked. If this is to be believed, you know, them murdering the Star Fox ranch, murdering F-Zero entirely, for instance. Sony have announced that their E3 is going to focus on the big four.
Yes.
Which is Spider-Man, The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and Death Stranding.
Yes.
Also, they have also said, yeah, we don't think Days Gone is going to do well either.
Amazing.
As in, you know, they're not talking about Microsoft. The only thing we know what they've got in store is that they hired a separate hall just to do the presentation, because last year there was such congestion of trying to get about the Microsoft area, so they thought, you know what, our actual presentation, we're going to have still booths in E3 obviously, we're going to have our presentation at the Microsoft theatre so that people actually have some room. Also, it's because that means we've got a much larger area than anyone else.
Yeah.
So it's like, but we don't know anything that Microsoft are keeping secret.
Well,
so what do they have in store is the interesting thing.
There's the rumours of Fable 4 being made by the creators of Forza.
There's only 2 games that they've really got lined up. They've only got 2 games that they've lined up. Crackdown.
That's never coming out.
And Forza Horizon.
Well, the Forza Horizon lot are rumoured to be working on the next
Sorry, the
Fable.
other Forza game, not Forza Horizon. Forza Horizon is the one that I might be actually interested in trying out, because it's arcadey. Also, new players are added via helicopter. So.
One of the Forza lot are supposed to be working on Fable, apparently.
Yeah.
Bit weird, but sure.
They are British, though, so there's a... That would be the main thing. They made
sure to choose a British lot.
Yeah, that needed to happen.
Well, yeah, because Fable wouldn't work if it's not made by Brits, because it's such specific world and humour.
Yeah.
And other than that, Microsoft don't make video games.
There's a lot of build up to it in the. It seemed, you know, they might have because
actually made a video game.
Yeah, I mean the last year their big thing. Of course, they've got Ori and the Forsaken Forest as well. That was another thing they've got. Yeah. Sorry, not Ori and the Forsaken Forest. I'm not sure where that name comes from. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Sorry. But otherwise, Microsoft have been keeping very quiet about their plans. But they've hired such a big area that they clearly must have something to spend that amount of money. They've spent more money than they have previous years to showcase whatever they've got up their sleeves. So... And I think that's actually making Microsoft the most interesting one in that we have no idea what they've got in store.
Yeah, we know what Nintendo and Sony are doing.
Yeah.
Like, I know what Blizzard are doing.
Bethesda are claiming that this year is going to be even bigger, but they said that last year and they had nothing.
This year will only be big if they actually announce Elder Scrolls 6. God damn it!
Elder Scrolls 6!
Stop working on Elder Scrolls Online! No one wants it!
Elder Scrolls 6!
Skyrim 2.
Yeah, that's going to be sort of Skyrim 2. Replay through Skyrim.
That's it. You just play Skyrim again.
As Skyrim. What? You are a case of Skyrim.
We know people are going to buy it if we just make it again, so...
And, but Ubisoft, haven't heard much from either Ubisoft or EA at the moment, but...
EA's dead. Let's be honest, they're dead at
their
this
entire
point.
conference is just a way out. We're talking about our only success story! No, they actually earned...
Help us! Disney are trying to kill us!
I think they actually turned a profit last year, though.
We don't want to end up like Capcom!
They actually turned a profit last year, though, so...
Well, yeah.
I mean, the backlash came after people bought the game,
Exactly, and people had already spent money on link boxes.
But yeah, another game that was mentioned is people saying, oh, this is basically Sony's Crackdown, Dreams. The next game by Media Molecule.
Oh.
Because we haven't heard of Dreams, like even longer than Crackdown, we haven't heard of Dreams.
Crackdown
has at least been shown off at E3
so
free.
There's going to be two things that happen with Crackdown. It's never going to come out and get cancelled.
Yeah.
Or it's going to come out and just disappoint everyone. Because it's going to end up like Duke Nukem, where it's been in the works for so long that its work has been staggered over too many years.
It's actually been less time developed it than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed Breath of the Wild, didn't I?
No, but that was a huge success for me.
But also, I have, as weird as it sounds, I have more faith in Nintendo with something like that than Microsoft.
Understandable.
Because Nintendo are the type of people that probably got so far in Breath of the Wild and then went, cool, this isn't going to work when we release it in this modern day and age, and redid every single asset.
Crackdown is kind of interesting. Feel free to play all of this. Is just them talking about...
I was expecting us to stop talking.
Oh, I was just wanting to finish the Crackdown thing.
That's fine.
I think the Crackdown... the Crackdown was made to show off the Xbox One's unique capability they had over the others, which was its usage of the cloud.
Yes.
In a far different function.
And then they didn't release it in time, so they said this is going to be a One X exclusive and make advantage of the power of the One X. And they didn't release it in time.
But then again, One X has only came out just last year, so it could be that they're going to have it as a Christmas title now.
Maybe.
Waiting to see how many people actually get a One X sort of thing.
A lot of people have been interested in it.
Yeah.
A lot of people have brought it.
Well, the One X actually, has some justification, unlike the PS4 Pro, in that the One X is literally okay. We've proved our point. We've got the strongest system on the market now.
Yeah.
Now developers can, now people can not worry about the whole case of there's no reason to get an Xbox because we might as well get a PS4 because it'll be better for the third-party games. Now the Xbox One X allows their third-party games to run a lot better on it. The problem now is that there's already a user base online for the Sony system.
Yeah. I feel like the One X was just Microsoft wanting to prove that they can make a super powerful console, and they've done it. And I like the One X for what it's worth. It's just useless to me. Same with the Pro. I feel
the One X is kind of what the Pro should have been.
Yeah.
Like the Pro feels very meaningless because it's such a half-hide upgrade.
The Pro was redundant.
Whereas the One X is kind of like, okay, I can see the justification for this. I mean, but after all, Microsoft were slightly behind Sony anyway in terms of the system powers.
Yeah.
So there's
Not
justification
by a noticeable margin, though.
I mean, like, it's basically the equivalent of. I was going to say like the new 3DS. So the new 3DS is now starting to have something of a purpose, being able to actually run Pokemon Sun and Moon in any capacity.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry I stretched out. I wanted to finish what I was saying.
That's fine.
But, yeah,
it's not like I stretched out any episodes.
So, cheer everyone!
See ya.